Okay, this is how we're going to do the news from now on. We're going to have no fancy set, no script. Right now I'm wearing my pajamas, a ripped Nirvana t-shirt, no makeup, no business suit. We are just going to sit, you and I, we're going to talk about news. I'm not going to lie, as someone who had to special order hats because I have a giant head, the ability to shrink my head while I'm doing the news really excites me. But let's get into it. This story. First, let's talk about this bitch. Okay, I have been following this story on Court TV like it is the O.J. Simpson trial, only because it's so insane that she thought she was going to get away with it. And what this woman did, Corey Richins, she murdered her husband, Eric Richins. Now, she married this rich guy, okay? And he had a $4 million estate. But they signed a prenup. So if he died, she got the money. If they divorced, she did not. And she was having an affair with some hillbilly that she was flipping houses with. So she wanted to run off into the sunset with him, but she wanted to keep the money too. So she plotted to kill her husband. She came up with the idea. I love Michael Jackson. Ooh, Michael Jackson had propofol or I can get fentanyl or whatever. So she goes to her housekeeper, who I don't know how she knew the housekeeper would know somebody, because if you came to me and said, where do you get fentanyl? I have no idea. So she goes, housekeeper, hey, can you give me some fentanyl? The housekeeper gets her the fentanyl. She claimed it was for a friend who had severe back pain or something, and they just needed some relief. So she slips the fentanyl. She tried to do it twice. Okay, she slips the fentanyl in a sandwich. It's not funny, but fellas, if your wife offers to make you a sandwich, just have her take a bite first. And then a Moscow Mule. He goes to bed, and she claims she went into her kid's bedroom because they had a nightmare, and then she came back and he was dead. So she calls 911. She's fake crying, and the 911 operator is trying to get her to do CPR, and this Corey is hemming and hawing like, I don't know if I can do it. Oh, I don't know. I can't for 6 minutes. 6 minutes until she finally starts CPR. She's a liar. She's going to prison. That's her. The ladies are going to like her. The number of U.S. troops wounded in the war against Iran has risen to 200. There's 13 troops have died. And I remember seeing a video a couple days ago, I think it was, and I don't know if it was a soldier or a Marine, because they will tell you they are not one and the same. So I hate to compare it to something like this, but it's not like you can just use a generic blanket term and say, oh, that's a soldier. Kind of like if you were like, oh, I'm going to Google something instead of search it, or I'm going to buy Kleenex instead of, whatever. No, they're different branches, and they do not want to be called each other. But anyway, this U.S. troop that died, his family was very upset that he died for this war that they said we should not be in. And I know some people are like, well, these men and women, they want to go fight for their country. Let's face the fact. A lot of troops, they signed up because they came from poor cities. Their families had no money. They didn't know what to do next, college, and recruiters come in and it sounds great. You get this bonus. You're going to go and travel the world. Well, it's either a lot of it's poverty, or you knock someone up and you got to join the military. Yes, there are some that join just out of pure patriotism, but it's also that happens. Okay, these dumbasses. Nancy Guthrie now has been missing for over a month. Now they claim that they're zeroing in on 2 key days before she was abducted. Now, the local sheriff is a moron, and you can go back and look, and he keeps contradicting himself. And it was like 3 days after she went missing where he opened up the scene. He was like, we're all good here. We know where she is. We know who did it. No, they have no idea. So they let all these people, there was a reporter that walked onto the porch and discovered that the blood droplets were still there, which I did see an expert who said that the blood droplets on the porch are indicative of her being carried out, because they dripped down. they're circles. I don't know. The science of it is actually pretty fascinating. But she was taken from her bedroom. We have camera footage of this monster who came to her house in the dark of night. And they have no idea who did it, which is crazy considering, this is Nancy Guthrie, the NBC Today show's anchor's mom. To have that much money, and money does make a difference, and no idea where she is wild to me. The FDA is issuing urgent warnings for supplements sold on Amazon and eBay that contained poison. Now, the supplements have yellow oleander. I'm not going to even try to pronounce that. Thievetia peruviana. So anyway, a poisonous plant native to Mexico and Central America. And consuming it can basically cause all of the things if your doctor prescribes a certain medication that's supposed to save you. And those commercials where there's nice music in the background and people are dancing around and so happy. I've never seen anyone as happy as they are in these picnics, in these commercials. But it can cause neurological issues, gastro, heart attack, abdominal pain, confusion, which is the least of your problems here, vomiting and diarrhea, and ingesting even small amounts can be fatal. But here's the crazy thing about this. Not only were they sold on Amazon and eBay, people were buying them off Etsy. Etsy is a place where you buy jewelry from a woman in Ohio who decided to make it and sell it, okay? Or you buy a sign that says, "Home is where the heart is," from a lady in Arkansas. You don't buy vitamins on Etsy. Severe weather, tornado alerts issued for up the East Coast. I know there's been flights canceled. I have a friend who's visiting her son in Florida. She's can't get home now until at least Wednesday. She's stuck in Florida, which last place you want to be stuck. Right now it's snowing here. This is a sad snow face I made on the side of my car. Now this story is kind of silly, but it brings up a very good point, even for those of us who go to the movies, the common folk. Shocking Oscars aftermath exposes climate hypocrisy of celebs because they're pigs and they left all of their garbage. They got these little gift boxes that had snacks in it for it, and it was like Skinny Pop and a water and mints or something. Nothing delicious, nothing like if you're going to a real movie. I think everyone should carry their garbage out of the movie theater. I always make my kids pick it up. Why do you think you can just chuck stuff? It's like that one restaurant. Remember the restaurant? Their whole idea was like, hey, come to our restaurant. And while you're waiting for your food, you can just eat peanuts and just chuck the shells everywhere like animals. It's disgusting. I will say the Oscars were so boring, in my opinion. Conan O'Brien did the best that he could. The writers, whoever write those intros that when the actors come out and they introduce the award, they need to be fired. And the Golden Globes are always fun, but I'm realizing it's because of the TV people. The TV people make it fun. The movie people are boring. Sources say the NBA is set to have a vote for a Las Vegas-Seattle expansion. I say we bring back the Buffalo Braves from the 1970s. We have proven ourselves. The Bills Mafia is loyal. We have attended games when we sucked. Imagine if you put us at a basketball game. That would be some good television. And finally, Taco Bell is bringing back its nacho fries. Not your fries, they're my fries. And I don't go to Taco Bell often. My kids love it, but these are damn good. So I'm sure there's going to be a lot of people that are happy. Well, that is the news for today.